Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Gridiron Gals podcast. I'm Rita, the NFL chick,
And hey, everybody, it's Chelsea, aka Chelsea's Right.
and we want to thank you all for allowing us to have a mental health day last week. We had to take a quick break. The world was a little heavy because of the events that conspired in the first week of November. So we just had to have some self care. And sometimes you just got to be real with yourself and say, I need a break. And unfortunately for Charles and I, we just needed a break. And we thank you all because we posted it on Instagram as well as Twitter X. And everybody was understanding about it and sympathetic. So we want to thank you all for understanding and being supportive in our taking a break. Well, so it was our bye week. Let's just say that it was bye
We had
week.
a bye week. We had a bye
We had a
week.
bye week.
Yeah, we had a bye
If the
week.
NFL teams get a bye week, why we can't have one? You know what I mean? So we had a bye week. So thank y'all for understanding. But we're back. The world moves on and we got to keep trucking. And that means we got to keep, laughing or keep putting people in the volcano as we always do. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to go back to doing that. So first and foremost, let's get to NFL order, Charles.
Let's
Clink,
get in
clink.
order.
Chicago Bears. They had a promising start, and then now they kind of look like shit, dog. They lost to the Patriots. I think they had 7 sacks on Caleb Williams. I don't know what the fuck is going on, quite frankly, with the Bears. All I know is that offensive line is terrible. And Eberflus, the head coach, Matt Eberflus of the Bears, fired some offensive staff, but yet somehow he's still there. And Bears fans, if you know any, because I know a couple, are not happy
Not at
about,
all.
yeah. So what say you?
My thing is what is going to change by firing the offensive coordinator? Like, fire the coach. I mean, we've already seen what happened with Justin Fields. We already
Mm-hmm.
saw that. So now y'all gonna do the same thing with Caleb. Clearly, it is not the quarterback that is coming in. Clearly, it is how they are being coached and the lack of putting the pieces around this player so that they can be successful. You can't
But
just
putting
think
people,
that the talent will outweigh the pieces.
yeah, but the pieces, yeah, like but by pieces, I think we got to be specific because I think that when you look at the talent around him in terms of like his skill players, and I kind of hate when we call wide receivers, tight ends, running back skill players because I think
All
that
of
the
it is skill.
trenches, I think there is a skill to have when you play in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
his skill players are fine. He has DJ Moore, he has Adunze, he has Keenan Allen. He don't have no offensive line. So if you're not giving
Yes,
the if you don't have if he doesn't have time to throw the ball, I'm confused as to what the fuck y'all think y'all getting out of this kid. I
exactly.
don't
And
know.
that's exactly what I mean by pieces. I mean protection.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna get the boy killed.
gonna get him killed.
So, and we know Caleb is a good quarterback. We've seen him. We know that he has what it takes. But you can't just get pretty shiny things and not do what's necessary to make sure that they benefit you.
I
And
agree.
the Bears fans deserve more.
Yeah. All I know is that they want that head coach fired, honey, now, yesterday. They
Today,
are not happy about him still
immediately.
being there. My favorite thing, though, Charles, is watching these guys being able to keep jobs, these white coaches being able to keep jobs regardless of the outcome of what's going on with their teams. And then you got like Robert Sala that essentially couldn't keep a job,
Mm-hmm.
and so let's have a conversation about that as well. Let's move forward to the Jets, right? Who did fire their head coach and have not seen any benefit from it, which maybe that's why the Bears aren't firing Eberflus. I don't know, but the Jets have lost 4 games in a row since Salah has been fired. And, I love it because I love for the demise of Aaron Rodgers, baby. I love for the demise of Q Aaron, okay? Because he's still going on Pat McAfee show and still putting out conspiracy theories, and I'm fucking tired, okay?
Yep.
And that's the fucking problem. Do you want to be an NFL quarterback or do you want to be a fake ass scientist? Go sit your dumb ass down and read a playbook, okay? Read
He's
the
the worst.
He's the fucking worst. You got that man fired, then went to the office and tried to, oh my God, he got fired.
I'm so shocked.
I'm so shocked. And now all of a sudden, you reaping the fucking benefits. You got rid of Mike Williams. You bring in Devontae Adams, and y'all ain't done shit. Devontae went from a shitty team to a shitty team with better pieces. Literally. No different.
And I mean, even this great defense.
What's so great about it?
Ain't no great. It's Aaron Rodgers. We have said this before. Aaron Rodgers is a cancer.
Mm-hmm.
He is a cancer. This is going to happen wherever he goes. No matter what team he goes to play for, this is going to happen. So I'm just wondering when they're going to bench him. Let him coach for real.
Hey, listen, they're not going to bench him, and you know that they're not going to bench him. We know that that's not happening. Mm-hmm. But this reminds me so much of how Brett Favre went out now. We do know that he rejuvenated his career with the Vikings after he left the Jets. So I don't know what the next chapter of Aaron Rodgers' career looks like, but it's the fucking same thing. They left Green Bay because they felt some way about the new guy that was coming in, and, Aaron Rodgers was the new guy with Favre. Jordan Love was the new guy with Rodgers. And so they went to leave. They go to the Jets. Jets ain't learned their lesson yet, clearly. Okay. Because the first time, shame on you. Second time is shame on me. Yep. So I just don't even understand. You do the same thing over again. You get no benefit from it. You get none. None. When he does come back and play the next year, they're not good. So there's that part. I don't know what the next chapter of Aaron Rodgers' career looks like because, again, we know that there's a chapter that Brett Favre rejuvenates himself in Minnesota. But, as of right now, I think it's fucking hilarious. The only thing that's different, right, is like Aaron Rodgers isn't married and he ain't sending dick pics around to the media. But, he ain't no different but by going on Pat McAfee and being a distraction when he should be talking about football. Talk about football, bro. Don't nobody want. If we wanted to hear that, we would go to CNN or C-SPAN or somewhere else.
Or some place where the low information people get their information, because YouTube. That shit he's talking is dumb. Yeah, YouTube, because that shit he's talking is dumb and it's stupid. And I mean, it's very harmful that even Pat McAfee allows him to come. Well, Pat McAfee is probably just like him, but
he probably got a brain of a pea, so it don't matter.
Exactly, and come on there, it's just very, very annoying.
Yeah. So prayers down to the New York Jets as an organization, prayers down to Aaron Rodgers as a player, as a person, as a thing, whatever.
As everything.
Prayers down. I don't give a fuck about what goes on over there because y'all did that man dirty, and then you out here still sending conspiracy theories out here into the masses, and I don't fuck with it, and I don't fuck with you. So good luck to everybody over there. It's like I'm just playing. Bad luck to everybody over there. The Chiefs. Is there a petition we can put in? I'm tired.
They are charmed. I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Never.
I ain't never seen no shit like this before. You know what it almost reminds me of? Remember the Tebow magic? We could not figure out. How the fuck do he keep on winning these games? And he is terrible. He had people drinking the Kool-Aid. That's what it reminds me of. They went to the same witch to get the spell.
I'm tired, friend. We all see. Here's the problem here. We all beefing with each other, Ravens fans and Bills fans go
Bill,
at it because of Lamar and Josh Allen and, Cowboys fans and Commanders fans. The 31 other teams and their
we need,
fans need to jump the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay,
yes.
that's what needs to happen. We need some UNITY here because I am tired of these motherfuckers continuously having a horseshoe up their asses. And by that, we're talking about the Broncos game this past Sunday, which I knew that the Broncos was going to cover. I actually thought that the Broncos was going to win. The Broncos beat them last year. They know how to play the Chiefs. And unfortunately, the Broncos essentially scored all their points in the first half. They scored no more points in the second half. Chiefs get a very, very questionable pass interference call in their favor, and they score right before the end of the first half. Then we know that in the second half, they score 6 more points. So here comes the Broncos. They're moving the ball down the field. They're getting field goal range. It's good. It is a chip shot. It literally is a chip shot. A 35-yard field goal. It's a chip shot, literally. Something that their kicker just simply does not miss. And what happens? He missed it. It got blocked.
It got blocked. It got blocked.
How, Sway? How, Sway? How? It wins the game if he makes it. Because it's 14-16 at this point, Kansas City. If he makes it at the end of regulation, it's 17-16 Broncos. And it gets blocked.
And I blame myself because I actually was like, I'm about to watch the Chiefs lose. I was like, here you go, kick is up. That's your fault, dummy. That's my fault. Because I forgot about the rabbit foot. I forgot about the spell. And you talking about crash to the ground. Like my stomach dropped like it was my team. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
I am better. I want to know who I can talk to. Who is the manager? Because I was told by Apple Care that the Chiefs wasn't going to three-peat, and now it looks like that they're fucking going to three-peat, and I'm sick to my fucking stomach, dog. When I say I'm sick to my stomach, I'm sick to my fucking stomach, dog. Why can't somebody else get a share? I'm tired. I'm motherfucking tired. I'm tired of Patrick Mahomes. I'm tired of Travis Kelce and that fucking dumbass haircut with that fucking with that shaved ass face and that girlfriend of his. Okay, the cat lady. I'm tired of everybody. I'm tired of DeAndre. I know you just got that, DeAndre. I'm tired of you too. I'm tired of you nooking the fucking locks that you keep putting in the ponytail because you don't want nobody to grab them during the game. I'm tired of everybody. And I don't know what to do. I'm tired of Chris Jones. I'm tired. I'm tired of Andy Reid, fat ass. I'm sick of Hey Kool-Aid Man. I'm tired of everybody. And I don't know what to do about it. And I don't know who to call.
You can call your Ravens.
With that defense, please. Joe Burrow put 9 touchdowns up on the Ravens this year alone, friend. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, y'all just gonna have to score more points than them. That's all. That's all. You just gotta score more points. You just gotta score more points. Keep your offense on the field. Keep your offense on the field. Hey, get 5 yards at a time.
5 yards at a time.
5 yards at a time. Matter of fact, do 4, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. Just keep their
That's
offense
9 yards, friend. I need one more somewhere.
Uh-oh, I got a thinking problem. 4, 2, 4. Make it real slow. Just don't do too. Don't throw it. Just truck on down the field.
God.
Control the time of possession. make it so that Patrick Mahomes done fuck around and took a nap on the sideline because he waiting to get in. This is Coach Charles over here. Oh no!
Listen, I'm tired, friend. I am fucking tired. I am so fucking sick and tired of this fucking team, and I don't know what to do with myself. And I clearly am speaking for the rest of America. If you are a Chiefs fan listening to this podcast, this clearly is not about you. But there are 31 other teams out there, and I promise you, we are sick and tired of being sick and tired. We are motherfucking tired.
I want to see some different people in the Super Bowl, and I think everybody wants to see Ravens Lions.
I don't want to see no fucking 49ers because I'm tired of them niggas losing. I don't want to see no Chiefs because I'm tired of them niggas losing. I'm motherfucking tired. They can't win with Jimmy Garoppolo. They can't win with Brock Purdy. Well, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it, okay? Because I'm fucking tired. I'm motherfucking tired. So, football gods, if you're listening, please get the Chiefs out of here. We do not want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And I feel like, I'm telling you, this is the New England Patriots all over again, right?
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Take it back. Because if that's the case, then we in for 3-4 more.
I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I hate it here. I can have a whole conversation about this. So I'm just going to move forward for my own sanity and my own mental health because I feel like I can break down at any given moment. Let's have a conversation about the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh and them, which is really Ravens West, quite frankly. It's a lot of former Ravens over there, but that's not here nor there. The Chargers currently have the best defense in the NFL. And, Justin Herbert is starting to look like the Justin Herbert that we thought that we were getting from Oregon, and Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman and them, are slowly coming around. They potentially could make the playoffs. Do you believe in the LA Chargers, Frank?
Well, I mean, I think I have to start paying a little bit more attention to them. I mean, the Chargers are just not a team that we really paid attention to. I think that when Justin Herbert was, when we were more excited about Justin Herbert, we watched a little bit more, but I'm definitely going to start paying more attention now. Now then we're on this, we're coming down the other side of the season, and we start to see the what if the playoffs were today, outlooks. I think we got to start paying attention to teams like the Chargers. So, I mean, I'm also not at all surprised that Jim Harbaugh is turning that team around like that. And I'm glad for Justin Herbert that he gets an opportunity to be coached by somebody like him. So we're going to have to start paying attention, friend.
Look, I'm going to pay attention because, you just got to pay attention to the teams that are good. And Jim Harbaugh is obviously a different animal than the guy that they had previously. But I ain't going to never forget the Chargers was up, 3 or 4 scores against the Jaguars in a playoff game, and then they lost. I'm just never gonna forget. I'm never gonna forget that. I don't know how I could ever forget that. They're gonna have to find a way to erase that out of my memory because I remember that very well because it was just a couple years ago. And Brandon Staley, I think, was the head coach at
Brandon
the time.
Staley, yep.
And I get that
analytics boys.
Yeah, I get that he's a different animal. I completely understand. All I know is that the Chargers, it does not matter who the coach is. They have had Marty Schottenheimer. They've had Norv Turner. They've had all these great coaches. They have Phillip Rivers, LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates. They've had guys. One time they had the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense and did not make the playoffs. This is just who the Chargers are as an organization. They are a cursed organization. So I am going to pay attention to see if the curse is lifted. But I have seen way too many Chargers teams that were actually really good. The 2006 Chargers were really, really good and got nothing from it. The 2007 Chargers team was really good. And then LaDainian Tomlinson goes down with a knee injury, and then Phillip Rivers tears his ACL in the AFC Championship game. Or maybe the week before. against Indy. He might have did it, and he just still played that following week. I'm telling you, I've seen great Chargers teams do not a goddamn thing. So they're gonna have to show me. They're gonna have to show me, friend. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if Jim Harbaugh is the coach. I have seen fantastic coaches coach the Chargers and get nothing.
Well, we gonna see.
And as of right now, they in the AFC West. Kansas City ain't lost the game. So there's that.
Hey.
I don't know, Frank.
I don't know. I mean, is there someone who can save us from the 3-peat?
Please save us.
Is there someone?
Save us from the 3-peat. Lord, please, if you're listening, save us from the 3-peat. All right, let's get into week 11 games, friend. By the time you hear this, this game will probably be done. But, it is what it is. Thursday night football. Commanders at Eagles. What you got?
So I am going to pick the Eagles in this game. And I think that, I'm going to pick the Eagles in this game. I just think that they have too many pieces to match up. I think the matchup is just in favor of the Eagles. And it's at home. I'm picking the Eagles.
All right. I am picking the Eagles as well. Green Bay at Chicago.
I'm picking Green Bay.
Yeah. Look, Green Bay's defense is decent. That offensive line for the Bears is terrible. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing it. Jaguars at Lions. Do we really think anything is coming from this? Should we move along?
We should move along.
Let's move along. All right. LA Rams at the Patriots.
Yuck. I'm picking the Rams.
I mean, I want to pick the Rams, but they looked crappy against the Dolphins, dog, on Monday night. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll pick the Rams, but I don't feel confident about it. Another yuck. Browns at Saints.
At the Saints, I'll pick the Saints. Jameis going home.
Jameis going home. He gonna throw some picks, shorty.
Yes, he is. In the name of Jesus.
So there's that. I think something just. I want to apologize if you hear this. You know how you have to. The video comes on. Sorry about that, guys. While we're doing the picks, Ravens at Steelers.
I'm going to pick the Ravens.
Yeah, I think it's time for the Ravens to get this monkey off their back. They have not played well against the Steelers in the last few years, including last year. Last year it was rough. The first game, the second game, they didn't have any of their starters play, but I think somehow, some way, the Ravens squeaked this out in a close one. Vikings at Titans.
The Vikings have been stepping back a little bit here lately. They've been kind of wishy-washy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Titans at home. I'm going to go with the Titans here. And I can't even remember that. Yeah, I'm going to go a little upset city.
Upset city. She's going with the Titans. All right, I'm going to go with the Vikings because I just don't think the Titans can score points. That's really the problem. The Vikings can't really either, but they got Justin Jefferson, which is why I feel better about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts at the Jets. Anthony Richardson will be coming back.
Oh, he off punishment.
The Joe Flacco experiment is over. So Jets snapping their
Yeah, I think the Jets will get this one. Yeah. Snap the 4-game losing streak?
Yeah.
Is it 4 games?
I'm gonna go with the Colts here. I think Anthony Richardson probably he probably feels relieved that he's gotten a new opportunity. And somehow, some way, Jonathan Taylor probably has a field day. So I'm going with the Colts. Falcons at Broncos.
Oh, that defense is too much for that. I'm picking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm picking the
They're gonna
Broncos
eat
as
them
well.
alive.
I just
Yeah.
don't be understanding what be going on with the Falcons, quite frankly. That's another
No.
wishy-washy team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
They're not consistent.
Seahawks at 49ers.
Oh well, they play each other very, very tough.
Yes, they do.
They play each other very, very tough. I am going to go with the 49ers. They're at home. They got all of their people back. I'm going with the 49ers.
Yeah, it's hard for me to go against them now that Christian McCaffrey is back. And look, I think Seahawks are coming from their bye, but I just think that the 49ers got too much firepower. You got Chiefs at Bills. This is a big matchup, of course. Does the Bills give them that first loss?
Come on, I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna pick them. I'm picking the Bills. I'm picking fuck this shit. I'm picking the Bills.
I'm picking the Bills too. The words of Charles, fuck this shit. I'm picking the Bills.
Yeah. Let's go, Mike. What you call him, Mike? Mike.
Josh All-Star.
Josh All-Star. Yeah.
Let's go, Josh All-Star. Let's go, baby. All right. Bengals at Chargers. We just talked about the Chargers.
I'm picking the Chargers.
I'm picking the Bengals.
You picking the Bengals? You think they're getting it in order?
I don't know what the order is, but I think that they got powered enough offense that they can make things happen. So I'm going with the Bengals. And Monday night, Texans at your Cowboys. We know Charles does not pick against the Cowboys. So we'll go there. But the Texans is weird. They look, you let Detroit have 5 and Jared Goff 5 interceptions, and you don't come out with a win. Anything can happen as far as I'm concerned, friends. So that's all I got to say.
Is you picking?
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Texans, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I when I say checked out of the Cowboys, this is just my little soapbox for a second. I fully checked out because I have to remember my own words, and that the Cowboys are not going to be good until there is a GM. And not the current GM, CEO, owner, and the wait staff. He's every goddamn thing there. No, until that happens, no, I've checked out. And now with Dak out for the season, even though he was not playing his best, but he also ain't had nothing around him, but he's not playing his best. But he gave us a better shot than Cooper Rush. So that answers that's my spiel on the Cowboys for the rest of the season. Thank you very much for listening.
That is Chelsea's TED Talk on the Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our Doobie Game of the Week. It is the Raiders and the Dolphins. Who you got?
I don't even know. I'm just going to say Raiders. I'm going to
say Dolphins because they got Tua back, so that helps a tremendous deal. And that defense looks pretty decent against the Rams, who have more of an offense than the Raiders do. So I will pick the Dolphins for me. And that is the Week 11 NFL picks. And again, do not use our picks because we just doing it with vibes. We are not doing it with any type of logic. You will lose money fucking with our picks. All right. Something that Charles probably is still invested in is college football.
I am.
So, as you know, November comes and we start doing these, who gets what and who's going where. So currently, we have the AP rankings for this week released on November the 10th. It is 1, Oregon. I don't think we have a problem with that. They played Wisconsin this weekend. I don't see anything
that won't change. That.
Number 2 is Ohio State, who plays against Northwestern this weekend. I don't see it changing. Okay. Number 3, Texas, who is playing against Arkansas this weekend. Yeah,
What
no.
a lovely weekend. That's not gonna change. Yeah.
Okay. Penn State is at number 4, who plays Purdue. Nothing's changing from that at all. Indiana continues to be impressive. They are number 5. They are
Mhm.
currently undefeated in the Big Ten. However,
Undefeated.
they play. They on a bye this week, and they play Ohio State next week. That is going to be interesting to see.
That's going to be a game.
Let's see if you in the big boy party, shorty.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how that's going to work out. But that's not till the 23rd, so they're on a bye this week. At number 6, you got the Tennessee Vols, who play at Georgia this weekend. And we'll talk about this matchup in a second. At 7, you still got BYU, who is undefeated, who plays against Kansas this weekend. Kansas giving them a run or no?
No, I don't think so.
Kansas has the other kid, Jalen Daniels, as
Jalen Daniels. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. Why I heard somebody call BYU played Utah last week? Why did somebody call that the Holy Bowl?
That's true.
Oh Lord.
All right. 8, you got Notre Dame, who is playing Virginia. That ain't changing.
Yeah.
Number 9 is your Alabama Crimson Tide, who is playing Mercer. Okay, that's a win, an easy one at that, for your Bama. Number 10 is Ole Miss, who is playing at Florida. I'm curious to see if Lagway is going to play, because he makes it a game. If not, and they actually don't play till the 23rd. So we'll see how that goes. But for now, they are 10th. At number 11, we have Georgia, who is playing against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And number 12, we have Miami, who is playing against Wake Forest. Now, Georgia and Tennessee is an interesting matchup, because if Georgia loses, that is their 3rd loss, and more than likely they will be put out of the top 12. Do you think that is fair? Because there's been a lot of conversations going on about Georgia and their strength of schedule in terms of who they've beaten, which is Texas on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that if they lose to Tennessee, that this should put them on the outside of the college football playoff?
So here is where I would be. This is why these conversations get to be a little sticky, because you look at Georgia and you look at who they beat and you look at strength of schedule, and then you look at other teams like Indiana that's undefeated. And so, like, if you take a Georgia or someone very similar, what if it's 2 teams that are kind of in the same boat as Georgia? And if we start getting to the point where we are pushing out undefeated teams and have teams with 3 losses making it in the playoffs, then what are we doing here? What is the purpose of expanding it and still pushing undefeated teams out? So like I really don't have an answer. I know that and some conferences are gonna have a harder schedule. Big Ten, SEC is going to have a harder schedule, and that's probably the reason why out of 12 spots, 8 belong to Big Ten and SEC. So it's just hard to say. I mean, Georgia got put out, lost the SEC championship last year. They had a good year. They lost the SEC championship and didn't get in the playoffs. I mean, so like, I honestly don't know. I think that it's a lot to work out with this whole formula, because I also feel the other teams like, hey, if I'm undefeated and this one person has 2 losses, then I should be in the playoffs. So, but 3 is pushing it.
Yeah.
3 losses is pushing it.
3 losses absolutely would be pushing it. And I do think it becomes harder to make a case when you have other teams that play in the Big Ten and the SEC that would have 2 losses. And, you know, just from a mathematical standpoint, that would be the case. I can see the argument for picking or for the argument for them staying in the top 12 if they win. I can understand that. But also, I don't give a fuck about Georgia. Okay, I mean, let me okay, I don't give a fuck about Georgia. And let's be real. Carson Beck stinks. Okay. I don't know why y'all thought that this man was the first round draft pick. He is doo. Okay? Dookie.
Well, they was lighting him up Saturday. God dog.
Yes, they should, because he stinks. Fucking stinks. Okay? So I don't know how far you think you're gonna get any goddamn way if he's your quarterback. He stinks. He stinks. Get out of here, bro. So maybe you don't belong because your quarterback ain't good.
And see, this is also what I'm thinking about. Like, are we gonna fight and argue about them being in, and then we're gonna see Carson Beck in the playoffs?
I don't want to see that shit if he's gonna throw 3+ interceptions. I don't. I ain't interested, bro.
Not interested at all. Nah. We good.
Not interested. So I am definitely not making a case for Georgia because fuck Georgia. And that's where I stand with that. You will never get me being logical about a team that is considered a rival. And again, it's not that I don't disagree with anybody that's making the case for Georgia as of right now, of course, because we don't know if they're going to have 3 losses. But the conversation needs to be had because they do have 2 losses, and now they're about to play a top 10 opponent. And that's going to be interesting.
Well, I want everybody to be talking about this is a must win for them, like they were talking about Alabama and LSU last week. If Alabama don't win, this is a must win for both teams. And all of the hemming and the hawing. I want them to do that about Georgia, because Georgia has been getting through squeaky clean here. I want them to talk about them too. So
I completely agree, 1,000%. So get on it. Don't let up no more. Don't let up now. Give it to them. It's a must-win game for them this Saturday. Must win, because Tennessee is in the top 10. So that's what it's going to be. We're going to see how that goes this weekend, and there is that. All right, it is volcano time. And so, Charles, who are you putting in the volcano this week?
I am putting X, formerly known as Twitter, into the volcano. Unless you have been under a rock, the owner of X, Elon Musk, who is now the First Lady, has used that platform to subvert the election and basically created that platform to buy an election. He cannot be president because he is not born in the United States. And trust and believe me, if he was born in the United States, that is absolutely what he would be trying to be. And he has turned the place that we all grew to know and love, Twitter, into a swamp. And it is filled with bots and ads and all of the racists and the sexists and the incels have all gotten themselves verified, which causes you to pop up and show more than everything. The algorithm is off, and he just turned it into a big pile of shit. And I think that we were more tolerant of it until this last election cycle. And when we can now, as we sit back and democracy is slowly fading away in the United States, we can see that he is a huge part of it.
Yep.
And so get the fuck in the motherfucking volcano, the whole site. What we have experienced this week, again, if you have not been under a rock, is people have migrated to the Freedom Land. And by the Freedom Land, we mean blue sky. And the Exodus, they have gained 5 million users, primarily from the UK and the United States, in the last week. Just about, I am confident to say about 75% of Black Twitter has moved over there. And that is significant because we are the target. Black Twitter and women / Democrats, liberals are the target of the ire from X. And so it became really unbearable. And you know what, Rita, it's kind of like when you don't realize how bad something is until you see good. I did not realize that I was wading through a swamp full of shit until I went to blue sky. And I was like, so I'm starting to see things. There's no algorithm. It's more engagement. I have 6,000 followers on Twitter. I now have 1,000 on Blue Sky in the last 5 days, which is crazy. But
wow.
But I get way more notifications, responses, quote tweets than I ever got on Twitter. Another example, we moved the Gridiron Gals over to, we created a Gridiron Gals account on Blue Sky. If you're not following, you will be after you hear this. We had 2,500 followers on Twitter. We have about 300 followers on Blue Sky. And I made a post, like the very first post I made. And mind you, when I made the post, we only had like 100 followers, Rita. And I said, NFL, check in with your team. In 2 hours, I had 75 quote tweets. I have never seen that much engagement on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I checked again, it was 144. It's still going up. And so where we are thinking that people are just scrolling and not paying attention, they're not seeing it.
Correct.
Because of the algorithm, because of ways. And then even when you look at the type of ads that was on Twitter, it was always Republican ads, GOP, right-wing, anti-this, anti-that, all of these ads that are being pushed to us. And then the Temu and all of that kind of stuff. I got on Blue Sky, Rita, and I had to scroll slow because I'm so used to flying past ads. Mm-hmm. I don't have to see porn bots saying, hey, you want to see my boobs? And I can type in Cash App and not have a 10 people say, hey, post your Cash App. Hey, send me your Cash App. So yeah, that just needs to go in there. I'm still on Twitter. My account is locked. I have not been on there active. I peek in, and when I peek in, it's like the stress. I peek out. I'm enjoying myself. They got the book clubs and shit over there. You got the Black Skies over there. I'm having a good time. X, I'm going to call it X because I don't even feel like it's Twitter anymore. You can get the fuck into that volcano, take all of the MAGA people, take all of the Nicki Minaj stands, take all of the right-wing people, take every Republican in Congress and Senate, take all of them with you and jump into that volcano.
Yeah. Count your days, Elon. It's funny because he bought the site talking about, he wanted to have, he felt like it was unfair and that they was, posting propaganda. And then he turned it around and made it a propaganda machine and essentially used it to help win an election. So I'm disgusted by him. I'm disgusted by them ugly ass cars that y'all be buying from him that don't fucking work.
That don't work.
Including that truck that they recall it, ugly as shit. I'm disgusted by everybody over there. So it has been refreshing and it's been fun. And so we are all moving over, even though, like you said, we are not we're not deleting our Twitter, but it's just the interactions will be much, much less as Blue Sky feels more authentic. I'm throwing America in the volcano.
Yes.
Because this is a dusty, dirty ass place, dog. This is dusty and dirty. Anybody that tells you that if you had to choose between democracy and $8 eggs, and they say that they're choosing $8 eggs over democracy, then they're a liar. They're a liar.
Mhm.
This man who is about to be president, I'm not gonna say his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That orange bitch. He literally had campaigned with no plan. I did not hear policy. He
Vibes
said,
only.
what did he say in the debate?
You
He
got a
had a
concept of a plan.
concept of a plan. He never had a plan. He rambled. All he did was talk about himself. All he did was listen to other people talk about how great he was. I did not hear policy other than we're going to send the illegals back over. We're doing mass deportation. That's the only thing that I heard this man say. But in terms of inflation, I don't recall him having a plan. In terms of anything else, well, I do know that he said that he was going to shut down the Department of Education, which a lot of y'all kids need the Department of Education. And it's sad because you don't even know what all the Department of Education does. And now you're about to fuck around and find out. And so he wants to do all of these things. All I heard is about what he wants to dismantle or all he wants to break down. But what about the things that we're doing to make this country better? Not once did I hear any policy that was going to make this country better. And yet you voted for this man. Then you turned around and told the black woman, well, you didn't do enough when she did more than what he did. She did in the short period of time that she had, because remember, this all started in July.
100 days.
She had 100 days. And you told that lady that she didn't do enough. Meanwhile, the white man didn't do anything but be himself. We live in a cultist society where
Yes.
people want to be a part of something and they believe that being a part of this movement is going to have them inclusive. You don't make enough money. Let's start there to benefit anything that this man is going to do.
You broke.
Furthermore, you broke. He don't fuck with you broke bitches. Okay? You are not one of him. You will never be one of him or his cronies. Okay? And furthermore, if you're black and you voted for this motherfucker, you're a fucking clown. And I am embarrassed to be an American. I am angry about being an American. And the only thing that I can come out of this, Charles, is I'm just glad that as of right now, I live in a state that protects the rights of people, protects the rights of their environment, protects the rights around. And no, is Maryland perfect? Absolutely not. I'm not suggesting that it is. I'm simply suggesting that they're way better off than a lot of these other motherfucking states.
Yep.
So good luck to everybody. The black women are not going to save you. I'm not coming to your march. I'm not joining your online group to see what we can do. I am going to only be here to protect my people. Because my people, the 92% and the 80 something percent, we were the ones that got, and the Jews, because the Jews get it too.
The Jews, the Jewish
Jews
people,
get it too.
and they have all. And so it's always weird when you hear these fringe groups talk about like blacks versus Jews. Black people and Jewish people have always gotten the memo and understood the assignment and stood together. When it was the Jewish people that was getting their heads cracked down to the Edmund Pettus Bridge with us. And the problem is black people and Jewish people know how this can go.
Absolutely. They know.
We know how this can go.
So shout out to them and shout out to us for knowing better. But the rest of y'all just going to find out on your own. I'm not marching with you. I'm not getting on no calls with you. I'm not hashtagging shit with you. I'm going to sit back and sip this tea. And yes, am I going to be affected by this? Sure am. But guess what? Black people and Jewish people, we used to this shit, bro. We used to this shit. We will always find a way to get through. We are a battle-tested group of people. So good luck to everybody else, because this is what you wanted and this is what you're going to get. And so to that, I say, fuck all of y'all. And to those who get it, got it, and y'all my people. And much respect and much love to
Yeah.
those people. So that is
Ditto.
all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that. Any final thoughts, Chels, before we go?
I do have final thoughts.
All right.
Kamala Harris, I am so proud of you.
Absolutely.
I could not be possibly more proud of a Black woman ever.
Ever.
What she did in 100 days was magnificent. It was magnificent. She did not have 4 years. That man has been campaigning for 4 years. She had to figure all of that shit out. She had to get the trust of the base and all of this kind of stuff. She never badmouthed anybody. She never badmouthed. That man called her low IQ, called her an idiot and stuff like that. She never talked about his supporters. She always said, I want to be the president for all people. Again, the most qualified and most deserving person to ever run for president, other than Hillary Clinton, was Kamala Harris. I know that she is heartbroken. I know that she is tired. But if you heard her concession speech, she is not giving up. She said she was conceding the race, but she was not conceding the fight. So I do believe that we will see her again. I don't know in what capacity it will be in. I don't know, but I know that she is someone who loves this country, who has fought and has served in just about every branch, just about, from a DA, attorney general, a senator, a vice president. Like, who the fuck else got a resume like that? She stood on fucking business. She stood in her Blackness, no matter what people tried to say, especially a lot of Black people, especially a lot of the FBA people, she stood in her Blackness. And she did the damn thing. And just like what America and people typically do, is they betrayed a Black woman. But she did what she was supposed to do. She did what she was supposed to do, and I could not possibly be more proud of her. And I am a proud Harris voter. I voted for her in 2020 in the primary. I wanted her to be president then. I am the OG K-Have. And it's going to be that way. It's going to be that way. You can't make me hate her. But Kamala, if you out, girl, you did the damn thing. Hold your head up high, and I am proud of you.
Yeah, I agree 1,000%. I am extremely proud of her, and it's unfortunate that things went the way that they did. But I hope that she continues to hold her head up high, because I felt like she was the best person for this job, and I still do. And I appreciate so much. There was a lot of joy that did come out of this election cycle, in terms of like what we saw. So I'm not going to lose sight of that just because she lost. She brought out a lot of great people, and I just hope that this is not the last that we see her in the political realms after she is done with her vice president's duties. So shout out to her, man. We love you, Kamala. And I don't have any final thoughts. I think that's a perfect way to end this podcast. We love you. We hope that you're well. I hope that you are well, because I think that that's important as well, after something like that. And I just hope that, you keep fighting for us, because we're going to need you. We're going to need you. So thank you for everything. So we want to thank you all for listening. We are back from the bye week, shorty. So hopefully, we will, well, it's not hopefully, we will absolutely be back next week, and enjoy your football weekend.
See ya.